No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah. Not by choice, but, I respect him. It's all love. Like,
it's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best, but I wouldn't have chose it, no.
After all of the money, time, and energy Yo Gotti spent to make Angela Simmons his woman, we thought Angela was going to be the Queen of Memphis and the two of them would ride into the sunset together. So imagine our surprise when Angela announced that their relationship was over and she was living in her single girl era.
My choice, I had to make a decision, but I think there's a certain level of like what I can share and would share publicly. You know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as like details, I would just never.
But then the streets were trying to figure out exactly what went wrong. Did Angela catch him with another woman? Were the rumors between him and Glorilla true and Angela couldn't deal with the disrespect? We don't know. But according to Angela, the real reason that she had to run was far more sinister than that. The thing is, she already knew that she might have to deal with other women when dating a rapper like Yo Gotti, but what she didn't sign up for was being caught up in a street war Yo Gotti's got going on right now. And according to Angela, with how mad people still are about Young Dolph's death, the police might have to start building a proper case around CMG and Yo Gotti just for peace to reign. So what exactly is going on? And does Angela really have a reason to fear for her life? Now, y'all know that Angela and Yo Gotti's relationship has been one heck of a roller coaster, okay? Yo Gotti chased this woman down like she was oxygen to him and openly professed his love for her 6 straight years until she finally accepted the invitation to go out with him at the start of 2023. Once they got together, child, they took their relationship to a whole other level. He was always spoiling her with gifts, got along with her son, and Angela Simmons even talked about how she saw him as the one and definitely wanted to marry him. With the way Yo Gotti was all about her, people really believed that the King of Memphis had found his queen, and those two were in it for the long run. However, almost as soon as they got together, their relationship ended. Angela Simmons confirmed on the Angie Martinez podcast that they were done. And based on what she's saying, the internet started to pick up that there might have been some trouble in their relationship the whole time. She also added that she wasn't too comfortable sharing the exact reasons for the breakup because it wasn't her desire to end things, but at the end of the day, it was a decision that she had to make, and she believed that it was the best thing for her. So, were Yo Gotti and Angela having issues this whole time and only played it up for the blogs? Because fans couldn't understand how she went from saying that he was the one to claiming that leaving him was the best decision that she could make. Something just wasn't adding up. No one knows when or how their issues started, but one thing the internet is always going to do is dig and find some information, and that is exactly what they did. Word on the street was that Yo Gotti might have had his attention caught up elsewhere with Glorilla when he surprised her with a luxurious Cadillac Escalade IQ for her 25th birthday, and this came after he had already given her some other expensive watches as gifts. Now, we know those two have a professional relationship with Glorilla being signed to CMG, but this wouldn't be the first time that an artist started dating their boss. Allegedly, okay? So people were speculating that Angela just couldn't take it anymore and decided to check out before Yo Gotti's shenanigans publicly embarrassed her and she was out here looking dumb. And after seeing all the speculations and rumors that Yo Gotti either dumped her or she ran away because of another woman, Angela Simmons is calling BS on the whole situation. She said, again, that if she wanted to marry the man, she could have. But see, what really pushed Angela wasn't the women. It was the bodies dropping in Memphis, all tied back to Dolph's murder. Ever since the streets of Memphis started to side with young Dolph, everyone remotely connected to CMG and Yo Gotti started to drop like flies. The first to go was Deron D. Moneychilds, who had remotely joked about young Dolph getting killed, and this started a streak of attacks that couldn't be stopped. Back in 2022, Big Newski, a rapper signed to Moneybagg Yo and cousin of Big 30, was also shot. Later, it was said that he was connected to Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, one of the main suspects in Young Dolph's murder. Straight Drop, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, and others charged with Young Dolph's passing are all said to have had ties with not only CMG and Yo Gotti, but the Memphis gang, True La Mafia. The OG of the gang, Joshua Taylor, aka CEO Tizzy, was also a person of interest regarding the case. So he was the next to be K-worded, and the internet learned in June 2023 that he had died from gunshot wounds and was dead on the scene before police could arrive. The trail of casualties just refused to stop there. In September 2022, it was revealed that Memphis rapper Lotta Cash Desto had been shot multiple times and had passed before she could be taken to the hospital. At first, it made no sense that they would go after her since she appeared completely unrelated to what happened to Young Dolph, but then people found out that she was the daughter of Hernandez Govan, one of the main suspects in Young Dolph's murder. Their next target just showed how relentless Dolph's people were in avenging him. In August 2023, the police reported a man named Tomuel Benson had been killed, and he was none other than Black Youngster's brother, an artist under CMG and one of the first to start beefing with Young Dolph on Yo Gotti's behalf, and the first to make an attempt on Young Dolph's life. Through all of this, it appeared that the main figure suspect to be involved in Young Dolph's death, Yo Gotti, had been untouched. But Young Dolph's crew weren't about to let that go on for too long. They started actively targeting his family, with his mom barely making it away with her life. His older brother, Big Jook, wasn't so fortunate. After Young Dolph passed, Big Jook had repeatedly made fun of his passing.
I don't paint no bitch beside two real niggas. Two real niggas with a pussy in the middle, man. Y'all don't do that, man. Don't fuck with our legacy. It's a pussy right here, y'all. Two gangsters. Son, man.
It was also reported that he was the one who put a $100,000 bounty on Young Dolph's head, which motivated others to go after him. So Dolph's crew was very motivated to get him. In January 2024, Big Jook met his end while attending his uncle's funeral, and to this day, no suspects have been identified. With Big Jook's death, it seemed the deadly circle was finally complete, and Dolph's crew were ready to put things to rest. This level of get back had never been seen before until Dolph's death. And the crazy thing is, these last 3 years of violence that has plagued Memphis could have all been avoided if Yo Gotti had more humility and accepted the fact that Young Dolph didn't want to sign under him and wanted to do his own thing, just like he did when he started off as a rapper. Yo Gotti went from respecting Young Dolph's talent to beefing with him and ultimately trying to strong-arm him into joining his label. This set off a chain of events that no one really saw coming. Word is that with the way Young Dolph's trial is going, Yo Gotti might have some more trouble coming his way. One of the main suspects, Hernandez Govan, who was accused of orchestrating the whole thing, was also found not guilty on August 21st, 2025 of conspiracy and the first-degree M-word. And one of the main points Govan's defense used to prove their case was that the prosecution never bothered to interview Big Jook and Yo Gotti, and also didn't look into CMG, even though all of them had been heavily involved in the beef with Young Dolph that ultimately claimed his life. They painted Hernandez Govan as a nobody, a disposable pawn in CMG and Yo Gotti's chess game, which was why the police went after him instead of those with real connections.
Evidence that you want to tell you, and then have the cameras rolling on a high-profile case to pressure you to commit a verdict of guilty is patently unfair. And just because he's a nobody and doesn't have money like Gotti or Jook, his brother, who were never even questioned or charged, he's the fall guy on all this stuff. He didn't do anything, even if you believe.
With Hernandez being acquitted, this adds yet another plot twist to the situation because the streets are itching for Young Dolph to get the justice he deserved. And word is that the feds are starting to put together a case against Yo Gotti, as all the evidence seems to connect CMG and Yo Gotti to the scene of the crime. And according to Angela, this was the main reason why she had to step away, because she wasn't about to be a casualty in someone else's war. Who knows if Dolph's crew was gonna trust the justice system or still come for Yo Gotti, especially now that Hernandez Govan is walking away free. And the internet was not surprised at all that Angela Simmons made the decision she did, because a lot of people also believe that Yo Gotti might have a RICO on the way. When Yo Gotti ends up getting a RICO case, Angela Simmons is not riding with him till the end. Whack 100 said, Yo Gotti about to get a RICO next, and I'm here to tell y'all don't do no street-ish if you don't have to. They want us killing each other for their entertainment. They like playing cops and robbers. It's fun to them. Young Dolph's squad killed almost everyone involved in his killing until the shooters ran to the police for cover. Real friends. Not even one RIP post, just bodies on top of bodies. Real street justice. Yo Gotti is cooked. Do y'all think Angela was right to run away from Yo Gotti now? Or is this whole RICO case thing just a stretch? Sound off in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.